Alright, we are back for week 2 of the season. It is now April 17th, I believe. Find the date. Yes, April 17th. 89 degrees out. Track temp's 119. That should go down, though, once we get to the race. And as you can see, we got a couple of new cars out here. We got the Bits 96. That is Noah Bits. He is in the horribly painted, cold trickle looking car, because you always got to have one of those at a short track. And a couple of other new people. Tay McCauley in the 4. And kind of like the look of that. And who else do we have? We have a new driver in the 23 because it's his actual car. So, got him in it. He'll replace whoever drove it last week. Braxton Brown in the, as you always have to have, a black number 3 at a short track. And we got Brady Wagner in the 13. Not currently out on track right now. Let's see if we can go to one of his laps. So, kind of a big dollar paint scheme there, but looking like speed's not quite up to par. Who else do we have? Antonio Estrada back here in the 06. And all the way at the back is the 66. Jacob Alex, I don't know how to say that, sorry. That's too many X's at the end. But he is in the 66, and yeah, did a little spec map work on that. Make the shiny 66, and that's what we got. I don't think there was anyone else. Let me just go through this really quick. Looks like the normal guys are quick, except for the 21, I think, is not someone who was up there last time. He's looking like he's pretty quick. Boland's still doing good. So is Edson. Peavy, he qualified well, but then fell back, if you remember from last week. And do we have any other new people? Does not look like it. So, Bits is the quickest of the new people. And, yeah, there you go. So, I'm going to have to, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I really need heat races because the demand for this was crazy high. A ton of you wanted to be in this. And I think a few people misunderstood that this was AI only. And I was just looking for some names to put on cars. But, yeah, I was surprised by the reaction to the video, especially since I was terrible in the race. Now, for the setup, we've done some work on that. And everyone, well, not everyone, but the comments that I got were lower the cross weight, add some preload, drop some spring on the front, and rework the camber, which I think got screwed up when I was working on everything else. I think it was about 5, and now we got preload too high. Try that there. Okay. So, gonna go out and practice real quick. And then we'll get to qualifying and see if we've got any more speed. Looks like they're getting pretty racy though in practice. And hopefully my car is correct. While I was painting all this stuff, yep, we got the correct car, so. 32 cars this week in week 2, and there might be a few more as we get later in the season. But if anyone wrecks out pretty hard, we might remove them for a week as they fix damage, because you know, that sometimes happens in short tracks. Let's see if this thing feels any better.
Still there, hold your line. Clear high.
Oh, it's turning in the center now.
Outside. Stay low, there is a car on the high side. Still there.
Good thing is I don't get just like 6 laps of practice like you would in real life. Oh man, it is
clear high, outside.
A little scary in the center right now. I think I need to turn my force feedback down, yes, because it was cranked way up for something, and we get a little damage because get into strata. Alright.
Still there at the bottom. Still there at the bottom. 16.9.
And we're just banging this car up before we even get to the racing. So still 32nd fastest. Not great, but there is a lot of traffic out here, and that can be affecting those times.
373.
I don't know, we might be slower. So my best lap ever is a 15.6, but that was also probably on a cooler track. Let's put up my best lap right now. Be able to make just a couple of minor changes in between practice and qualifying. There we go. That felt a little better. Just let it dive into the corners. 15.9. That moves us up to 30th, so I guess we're ahead of a couple of people at least. And we got the fastest guy passing us. Alright, well, that is enough practice here. Get off the track and get to qualifying. Might be another rough week, but we're essentially a rookie with terrible equipment, just learning how to race. But we got a couple of people that we're ahead of, so positive there. Let's move on to qualifying. Maybe.
Practice is
all right, let's see if I can out-qualify myself and get a decent spot. It is a little later in the day. What is the this track temp now? 96, so might feel a little better for us. Great start.
Green, green, green. Okay, here comes your first time lap.
Little bit of a wiggle way late in the exit.
One more lap.
15.7.
9, 7.
That's only 29th fastest because everyone's got a clean track. Kind of getting a little too much turn on entry. And we're going to be starting in the back.
Alright, there's the ticket flag.
But that is expected. Not everyone has completed a lap. Let's take a look. Waiting on a couple of people that haven't went out. What is their deal? Why are you guys just sitting there? I guess they are choosing to go to the back. So, Cody Giles and Richie Russell going to be starting in the back. Giles, the new driver. Russell was here last week, and apparently they don't want to go out for qualifying, so they're having some issues with their cars. They're going to start at the back, and we will move on. So we only out-qualified Jacob, which luckily we did by a 10th at least. I hope we can at least beat him in the race. Moving on. I don't know why they didn't qualify, but I'll take it. A couple more spots. We're a little further off this week. So Edson up front, Larry Jones, Pryor, Anderson, Bitts up there in 5th, as well as Tay, McCauley. So we saw Edson get the pole last week, but then got a bad start. Jones might have an advantage on that outside. Bitts there in the 96. Tay in the 4. Estrada, he was fairly slow in practice. Hits a lap up there. And TJ Bullen, last week's winner, not a good qualifying. 12th place. And Peavy didn't get a good qualifying lap this week. Then Braxton is going to start back there in 21st. Wagner in the 13 is starting 24th. And yeah, who else do we have? I think I missed a few people, but all right, let's get racing.
You'll be lining up on the inside. Pit road is closed right now.
See if we have a caution or anything. 30 laps still at the beginning of the season. We're going to move up to 40 laps. And next week or a couple of weeks. And then we got a couple of 50 lappers in the middle of the season. We'll have one night race that should be fairly, not completely dark, but sun should be at least at the horizon or below it. And then before that, we'll have one midday race. That will be a little different. Both of those are going to be 50 lap races.
One to go, next time by.
And double points for the night race. So we'll see how we do. We've got 32 cars now, so it can be very interesting how this goes. We'll see how the new guys do. Bitts is up there on that inside 3rd row. Might be seeing him when he laps us.
Outside.
Whoa, we've got to check up.
Car outside, 2 wide. Clear
Well,
outside,
that's some front end damage.
Clear. Car outside. Stay low.
They are checking up big time right now. We're just going to go up the middle. Try to get as much as we can so when we start losing.
24.472. Keep low. Stay low. Outside, clear. Car outside.
Got to be aggressive. Oh, we got contact. We got our first big time contact in the back there. Not a spin though. He somehow held on to it. That is the first time that we've seen a big hit.
Still there. 16.162. Still there. Hold your line. Outside, clear.
All right, so the car's a little looser. It is helping us out. Oh, maybe not. Now it's a little too loose there. Entered too hard. That is going to allow Giles underneath us. Try to hold him off on the outside. It is just snapping on me in the middle now. It's just still a little too tight on corner entry. I need it to, whoa, not anymore.
Car inside, you're in the middle, 3 wide, inside, 2 wide.
Okay.
Car inside, clear inside, 2 wide. Car inside.
That hurt.
There at bottom. 17.79.
There was a nose put in there, and we got a bit of it. Not as bad as Fowler back there. Fowler got stuffed into the wall. Cooper just ahead of us is the guy that almost got turned. This thing is just not really doing anything I want it to do.
15.951.
And we're getting beat by the 66. Long ways to go still, but we're going to be lap traffic very soon. Larry Jones has got the lead. Edson is in second once again, trying to get the lead back. It looks like Fowler has hit pit road. Car's starting to snug up now, but we're not really gaining on him.
.877.
Little wiggle. Alright, setup feels better this time, but it is very on edge.
907.
And when I start getting lapped, we're going to just lose a ton of time because I'm not able to drive it this hard around other people. And we're just heating up that right rear now. Oh, and I changed the gear on it as well. But,
16.171.
all of that doesn't matter because we got sent, and maybe try a little brake drag through the center so that I can keep some throttle in it.
15.983.
Is that what I've been missing? I know it works in the dirt version. We're getting the blue flag, and we just have to move over because the leader is here, and I nearly spun and took out second place.
Keep high. Clear inside.
Top four are just blasting away right now.
521 inside.
I feel like they've got to lap traffic a little quicker than they did last time.
Clear. Inside. Still inside.
But we're also 6 cars
16.492.
bigger
Still
for the
there,
field.
inside. Clear.
Here comes the Bits 96.
Keep high. 16.309. Keep high. Great job. 10 to go. Still there, inside.
Well,
Stay high.
I'm getting more confident with the car on the top.
16.295. Inside. Keep high. Still there.
Just,
Stay high.
I don't know, it feels like we've lost a bit of speed. That loose early on really caused us to struggle. And this thing's just, when you get a little lower, it just starts snapping.
16.294.
We are a chicken streaker at the moment. At least we're staying out of the way.
Inside.
Haven't self-spun in front of anyone yet.
Stay high.
And, yeah, hit the wall on our own. Might as well.
There's a car on the low side. Clear inside. .387. You got 5 laps to go.
But another caution-free race, it looks like. At least there was a little bit of contact from the AI. I've got a few ideas on how to get them a little more aggressive, and I'll give that a try for next week.
Inside, clear inside, inside, 2 left to go, 2 to go, stay high, 16.413, still inside.
Unfortunately, not that very exciting.
Clear inside.
We are role-playing as a very terrible driver, I guess.
1 more lap to go. Still there, hold your line.
With bad equipment. We need to get this thing working on this track.
Clear inside.
Lapped all the way to 13th place. And that was a very, very sad race for
Bring
me.
it back to the pits. We're going.
Not good at all. Let's park here. Let's hop out and first off, let's take a look at the damage. Didn't even get any damage, apparently. I swear we hit something pretty hard. Not a single, maybe a little scrape there. Wow, I thought it was going to look a little worse, but I guess the street stock's pretty strong, so let's go back to lap 1. Is that still on there? Nope. So just a little right rear scrape, I guess. And let me turn this down just a little bit so it doesn't get too loud. So go up front real quick and see if the leader once again had a bad start. Oh, I forgot to put Racelabs up. Sorry. Yep, another bad start by the pole sitter, so that needs to get worked out. We'll just assume that the 7X got the pole and picked the outside. But let's check out some of the contact that we had. We had the 1X. He just goes up and drills the 49, and that should have been a spin. I mean, the 49, I guess he got pushed around there, but the 1X just went up and took him out, and lots of damage to his right front. Next contact. 16, hard into the wall after my mistake. Oh yeah, he was definitely there. I feel like I gave him room. He just didn't turn in, but yeah, then I was trying to recover, and the 16 found the outside wall, broke the right front suspension, and trying to get to pit road, can't quite do it. Whole right side of the car's tore up, and now he's having some issues getting to pit lane, hit the inside wall. And I run into something else, the wall. And then they're running into each other, getting on pit road. So, let's go watch the whole race, I guess. We'll take a look who had the biggest move. Tay went backwards a little bit. Not a whole lot of movement, though, out of anyone, so I guess biggest mover here is the 41, starting 32nd, gets up to 24th, but I think a lot of that was due to contact. AI being really jerky as we get more cars on track, it looks like. There the one goes and grabs the 49. That allows him to get 2 easy spots there. And then gets a run on the 23s. The 23's being a little weird on the backstretch. And he's probably going to be just in the right spot. Or is he no, he's going to pass me before all this. So 16 gets stuck up on the outside. I'm sitting here getting loose. And the 41's able to get around. And that moves him up into 26th position, I think. So Giles, even though he didn't qualify, is getting a decent finish up in 24th. Now the back of the field's all spread out after the contact that I had. Up here, 13 car. It's going to lose a couple of spots. Very jerky on the brakes. For a bit more contact. Maybe people getting in the wall, or maybe that was me in the wall. Last week's winner, TJ Bolin, only finishes 15th. So I'm pretty sure the points leader is now going to be the 23 star of Edson, or Edson, however you want to say his name. And Bits gets a 6th place finish there, so that's good. That car is very bright. Strada actually is going to get 5th. And, yeah, like I said, Macaulay drops back to 9th place. Then William Van Meter gets 10th place in the 23 as he takes over that ride. But overall, still not quite what we want. 16 might not be making it back next week. And yeah, 49 didn't end up with too much damage. The one car, though, he's got quite a bit of right front damage. So again, I'm going to show you the garage so that all you guys can tell me what to change to try to help it out next week. Don't know if we made any progress or not. Looks like tire temps are okay. And tire wear, though, the right rear, we were obviously really loose. But there we are, crossweight 47.8, maybe a little low. And yeah, I don't know. I think we need to get a little more weight on the rear end. That's what I'm thinking. But yeah, drop the front springs, change the front left camber, more preload, crossweight down, and different gear is what we changed this time. So let me know what you think we need to do with the gear. And let me save this, and we will go take a look at the results and the points. See how it's all shakes out. All right. So another disappointing race for myself, and had even dropped minimum skill down to 68. So Moeller gets the win. Or no, this is practice. I do this every time. There we go. Larry Jones gets the win. Edson, once again, fastest car on track, but doesn't get a good start. He needs to just quit getting the pole. And, yeah, all the way down here, we walk away with 10 points. We beat one person. So I guess that's better than last time, because I don't think we beat anyone. Let's take a look at the standings. And Edson is your points leader by 4 points. 78 points to 74 points is David Anderson, who I don't even know what car he's in. He's at 74. And then we're going to have, well, Bolin dropped all the way from 1st down to 6th after that terrible finish. Larry Jones moves up to 4th. And then way down here, you got me. Bits, only with 1 start, has passed me, as well as Estrada, Macaulay, Van Meter, and then Fowler's probably going to be out next week with all the damage he got. And there you go. We got 33 drivers that have raced this season, and pretty rough race for me. So there's not a whole lot of races through the season. Let's take a look at when the next race is going to be. That is looking like May 1st is the next race. And not much changes. I think we go back to manage season now. Continue. No. Go back. Back. Something. I don't know. Just keep hitting back. There we go, finally. Alright, so next week, still a 30-lap race. And race will start at the same time, but the sun's going to be a little higher up since we're still gaining daylight. And, yeah, going to have to, I don't know, do some work. Hopefully you guys can tell me something to get a bit more speed out of it. But hope you enjoyed that. Eventually, we might be able to stay with the pack, but right now I feel terrible. Can't do anything with the cars. So, yeah, I hope that hope we can find some speed. I don't like being in the back all the time, especially when I'm racing against AI. So, but like I said, the street stock just kicks my butt every time. So, hope you enjoyed that. And if you do want to get your name in this, comment, let me know. And it's going to be hard to get more people in, but we'll do a little bit of rotation, I think, and have a few people come in. Just it'll be easier once we get heat races, and we can have 60 people and not have to have such a big A main. But we're kind of at that cap where we shouldn't go any higher. So, and I'll work on the AI for next time. So, thanks for watching.